That guy's got a zip gun. He's got a zip gun. Who comes after a person with... Look at how terrible the zip gun is. Like, I'm not even scared of going melee with this guy because that zip gun's so bad. Oh my god, that's hilarious right there. I'll take that, though. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Last Day. I'm your host, The Bird. That's Falcon 69 over here. Hey, dude, do the thing. I don't know why. That cracks me up for some reason. I don't know what it is. Never puts his arms back down. He just keeps them up the entire time. Freeze, buddy. Anyway, we're back here today with Last Day because there's no update, obviously. If there was an update, we'd all know about it, right? Today's Monday. I'm recording this here today because I need to record maybe one or two more of these before Thursday. On Thursday, it is Thanksgiving for me, at least here in America. I'm not sure if, a lot of you guys watching celebrate Thanksgiving or not, but I do. It's one of the times of the year that I actually eat decent food, so I love Thanksgiving. And with Thanksgiving coming up, I might not be available to record videos after Wednesday. So I want to have a couple of videos here recorded, ready to release over the weekend, in case I am unable to record anything new for us then. If there's an update, I'll try to make a point to get around to recording it. But just in case there's no update, I want to have a couple of videos ready to, show you guys here while I'm away, taking a little bit of a break here. I'm going to talk about something really intriguing that came up with the last video that I did. There's a really big rumor going around right now that, you guys know Jurassic Survival, right? I play Jurassic Survival on the channel. And not only in the comments, but also in the subreddits for Last Day, and even Jurassic Survival, there's a bit of a rumor going around that there's a possibility. Again, this is a rumor. Again, guys, rumors are not 100% fact until we have something to back it up. But there is a big rumor going around that Jurassic Survival might also be being developed by Kefir on the side. Again, just a rumor. I'm not saying I agree with that or anything like that, but I figure it'd be kind of intriguing for us to talk about this, whether that's possible or not. How is that possible, you're probably asking, and things like that. Well, the big thing is that people are saying that that's the case because I need to have these things running as I leave. That's good. Let me get this guy some food before he starts complaining as well, because we're almost out of here. Let's get some food. Oh, we're gonna need some more meat soon. I'm out of my extra meat over here. That's no good. But people are saying that part of the reason why we haven't seen an update, like content update, like there's been a couple of small updates for Last Day, but nothing new's been added since the Halloween stuff. People have been saying that the reason why we haven't got any big updates is that, Kefir on the side is working on Jurassic Survive. Yes, I'm peeing on my stew and my other beers too. What about it? I'm a rebel rouser, baby. I don't follow your rules. I just pee wherever I want to pee. Let me take a shower here too. I always do this before I leave because, the peeing or the beer makes you get your urine out of your system. So, I mean, that happens in real life too, by the way. I mean, if you're a kid, don't try it. But if you're an adult, you know what I'm talking about, right? But I just like to get that out of the system so when I'm out there scavenging, I'm not suddenly in a need to urinate and things like that. The rumor is that Kefir is naming the Jurassic Survival development team a different name so that they could develop that and this at the same time. Now, do I personally believe this? Not particularly, and I'll tell you why right now. Oh, there's the healer. You don't even give me the... Alright, look, if you give me the upgrade to my damage, I'll watch your stupid ad. That is for hand-to-hand. Nope. Chance to find higher Get out of here. Get out of here. Come back to me when you give me my increase to my attack power, you dingus. He hasn't done that in a long time. I got this over here. Good to go. Let me play devil's advocate here for a second. How could Kefir do this? Well, they could easily just rename this other company a different name. We don't even know if it's a company or not. We don't know anything about them. There's no website for them. There's no, videos on them. We don't know anything about them, right? So, could it possibly be the case? Sure. There's a possibility, sure. I mean, we don't know anything about the Jurassic Survival team, for one. There's no website. They have a Twitter and a Facebook, but there's really no big communication, so we don't know a thing about them. So that's number one. Okay, that's a good, interesting thing. Number two, the games are obviously sharing the same code. So, obviously, it's gotta be Kefir, right? No, not really. I mean, Kefir, the game code could easily, I think, be acquired from the APK files, the download files, assuming, how there's, hacked and modified files out in the wild where you could go, to a website and download, Last Day on Earth. the latest version with a hack, right? Where you have like all the items available and stuff like that. I'm not sure how... I'm not entirely sure how Android coding works, but I imagine from that APK file, all the files required for the game are there, so it's not completely impossible. And the engine for this game, it's not like an engine that Kefir made. Now, I'm not sure how familiar you guys that are listening are with game engines, how they work out. You know, there's like engines like Unity, there's engines like, you know, Unreal Engine, there is, you know, a lot of them out there, right? I think Havoc. Is Havoc still around? The Havoc physics engine? I'm still outdated with the engines too. But anyway, the engine is where you make your game, right? There's certain limitations on every single engine, and you basically code that engine to make it work the way you want to. I'm actually pretty quite surprised that there's somebody rushing me right now. And I know that the moment, oh, that's probably a stupid abomination over there, isn't it? Of course it is. Oh, 2 of you! Oh, how nice! How nice! My most hated character doubled up. You know what we call those? We call that the double negative Nancy effect right there. That's what that is right there. The double negative Nancy effect. Anyway, the game is made with the Unity engine, and the Unity engine is not exclusive to any company. Anybody could use the Unity engine to make their game, right? It's an engine, so everybody has access to it. 2 spitters? Okay, see if I can... Oh, I got you to spit on your friend. I won't do it that time, but that's Sky. 1, 2, don't spit! Ah, you scumbag, you! Why'd you do it 3 times, huh? Why'd you do it 3 times, Rocky? I will take that meanwhile. Okay, that's good. Let's acquire this here meanwhile. So anybody could make a game with the Unity engine, anybody can make a game with an Unreal Engine. You either get the free version, or there's also the professional version, which I think you have to pay for the professional version. But Unity also has a free engine where anybody can make a game on the free version that they have. I think it has just less, like, features and things like that, but you can still make a game from that. So, Last Day is made with the Unity engine. Meaning that, assuming it works the way I think it works, somebody could download the APK file from Last Day and rework that into the game engine on Unity and make their own game. Now, the thing with Jurassic Survival you have to realize is that even though... Fast biter? Okay. Even though it's the same engine, Jurassic Survival has a lot of different things than Last Day. Obviously, the ground, the textures are different, the equipment looks different, the gear looks different, the weapons look different, the enemies are obviously completely different. And that takes a little bit of skill. That's not something that me or you, like anybody watching, me or you, would just take the APK, put it into the engine, get the code, and be like, okay, cool, I want to make a dinosaur game now. Well, okay, cool. Now you know what you have to do? You have to start going into like Blender, into like animation programs, and creating the artwork for this game, right? Which is going to require a lot of difficulty and skill. You can't just go ahead and open it up one day and be like, okay, I'm a pro at making games now. It doesn't work that way, right? There's people that obviously get paid a lot of money for that, so not anybody could just easily do that. So the question now becomes, this team that's working on Jurassic Survival, whether it's Kefir or not, there has to be some skill there. There's got to be some level of professionalism there in order to make the skins, the texture, all the different artwork for Jurassic Survival. Now, if you guys remember the first clone that we played, that Last Day Apocalypse, whatever the hell it was called. Great Wolf, get out of here. Get out of here, doggy. Get on out of here, doggy. Right now I'm not collecting meat, so I'll just eat that straight up for an easy heal. Remember that first game that we played? That really terrible clone? It's basically the exact identical thing as this game? Oh, come on. Oh, it's an NPC. He's got my favorite weapon, too. Oh, you're going down, buddy. I want that weapon. You picked the wrong person to come after right now with that amazing... Give me that. Give me that right there. Yeah, good job. Oh, you had no oak on you? You scumbag. Why aren't you collecting oaks? I could steal it off of your dead body. Let's also go ahead and drop a quick little heal here. My birds are going crazy outside, and there's somebody outside of my apartment making a lot of noise, too. I hope that doesn't show up in the video, or if it's too loud or something like that. I can't tell, because I'm recording, so I got my headphones on. I hear a little bit of banging, though. Anyway, it takes skill to be able to make these textures and stuff like that. And not only to make the texture, to also apply it into the game. So the Apocalypse game that we played, the first clone that we played, that was a straight ripoff from this. Like, that was literally, you have the engine, you took the APK of Last Day, you put it into the engine, and all they really did was they messed with the camera a little bit. Oh, who is it this time? Spitter. Okay. Do this over here. All the Apocalypse people did, you only spit once? Wow, that's kind of really weird. I've never seen him just spit once. You either spit no times or twice or 3 times, but never just one. That's surprising. So what the Apocalypse ripoff dudes did, there's a slow walker towards me right now. It's fine. Let me take care of this guy first. What those people did is they got the engine, they took the code, and they just put it into the engine. And the only thing that they did different was that they messed around with the files a little bit to make the camera zoomed out. You know how that first terrible knockoff we played, the camera was like really like far away? That's something that Last Day could also do if they want to. The reason why Last Day doesn't do that, I think, is because they're zoomed in order for it to... Oh, God. Darn it! Please, I'm trying to explain to people and sound a little bit smart here, scumbag. Like I know what I'm talking about. Last Day could zoom out the way that the Apocalypse ripoff did. But I think Kefir doesn't do that because there's a lot of, like, you know, detailed artwork in the game here. If the game is zoomed out, the performance would drop, because it means that on the screen, your processor, whether it's your phone or if you're playing an emulator like I am... Did you see that zombie just literally spawn on the map right now? That was really weird. Because Last Day actually has really high detailed artwork over here, everything that we're seeing right now. If this is zoomed out, it means that we see more of the map, right? But if we're seeing more of the map, it means that your processor is doing more work in order to show everything, and... Oh my god. Who is it this time? Oh! Okay. Hoo-hoo! That right there was a guy with an automatic gun. He's not exactly necessarily big trouble. But if we're gonna bring him down, I should be in full HP and also have a gun ready so we could just shoot it out with that guy right here. Okay. So, the more the map is zoomed out, the more it's being processed, meaning the more that's being processed, the slower the game's gonna run. So, remember that Last Day used to have a couple of issues when it used to, like, you know... let me deal with this guy first and I'll get back to this Don. Alright, come back over here, scumbag. He's gonna have range on me. We do know that. Here he comes. Ow. That hurt a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, look, he was dressed exactly like I am. Falcon 69 wannabe? This is what I think about you. If I had a beer, I would drink it and I would urinate on you at the moment. I would tell you that right now. Do you have a beer on you? He's got no beer on himself. Wow, he actually had this on him, though? Oh, he broke his gun. Aw, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man. Alright, I'll take that, though. Yeah, you think about what you've done right there. Dead. Limped over like a scumbag that you are. We should probably also drop a heal. As a matter of fact, I can make, like... 3 more bandages, which I probably should. 1, 2. Nobody attacking right now, please. 3. So anyway, I don't even know what I was trying to say. Like, all these dudes keep interrupting me when I'm trying to, like, you know, tell you guys something. So I think we're talking about the zoomed out feature. So Kefir could zoom out if they want to, but if they zoom out because of the high detailed work in their game, the performance would drop. That's the reason why we're kind of really zoomed in, because there's less being processed this way. Now, going back to Jurassic Survival, why it can be Kefir, as I mentioned, that is actually pretty skillful work. Now, here's the reason why I don't think... I mean, I've given you... I don't think it's Kefir working on it, obviously. I'm over here just kind of like... You know, contemplating your ideas and your opinions and stuff like that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, I still have the gun on. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Don't want to use that for you. Not for a spitter. Not worth it. So, in order for this to have been Kefir, Jurassic Survival... Oh my goodness, God. This is silly. The amount of monsters coming at me right now is just completely ridiculous. Just stop, please, alright? I got stuff to farm and things to say. In order for Jurassic Survival to be made by Kefir, Kefir would have had to have known a while back now that their game was going to get really... Yeah, you got me. Kefir would have had to have known that their game was going to get really popular in order to start working on this. So, What I think it is, I do believe it's another team that saw Kefir getting popular with the last survival game, or the Last Day on Earth game, and they were like, well, how do we capitalize on this? And they got the code, and they started working on their dinosaur things and stuff like that. And they, who is this? Another bloater? We could deal with him. They started working on that game and started making their dinosaur textures, different artwork and stuff like that. Believe me, the Jurassic survival game, that guy's got a zip gun. He's got a zip gun. Who comes after a person with, look at how terrible the zip gun is. Like, I'm not even scared of going melee with this guy because that zip gun's so bad. Oh my god, that's hilarious right there. I'll take that though. So this team would have had to start working on this game for a while in order to... It's just never going to stop with you guys, is it? In order to get the game out, right? So, two things could have happened. Either Kefir can look into the future, they got a time machine, and they know this game's going to blow up, so they were like, you know what? The game's going to blow up. Here's the abomination. I know we had to deal with this scumbag at some point. We might as well get rid of it now. Alright, come over here. So Kefir would have to known the game's gonna blow up, so let's split up our team, and you guys work on a dinosaur game while we continue to work on Last Day. So, obviously, that is fairly impossible, because there's no such thing as time machines. I mean, unless you're talking about my time machine. I actually do have a time machine, but I can't tell you guys about that. It's really, it's government secret. So, honestly, by telling you that I have one, all of you are now in danger. So, today, before you go to bed, look under your bed, because there might be like some sort of government agency waiting to get rid of you for knowing this information. As a matter of fact, I might also go missing pretty soon for revealing that information, so I'm sorry guys, this might be the last video you ever see from me. But anyway, jokes aside. This team would have had to start working on this game for a while because, you know, making all the stuff for Jurassic Survival is not something you're going to be doing one weekend, you know? Like, you can't be like, oh, you know what? This game's popular. Let's take a weekend and just make a dinosaur version of this game. It's going to take a while. So this team had to have been working on this game for a while. And remember, they released it, and when Jurassic Survival came out, it was fairly different than Last Day. It's not like they released Last Day and then they slowly added dinosaurs. The release itself already had dinosaurs. Therefore, they had been working on this bad boy for a while. Let me get rid of you. Who's that over there? Not Abomination, good. Weapon broke? Oh no! That's no good. Gotta use you. I'd rather not use you unless I have to, but I guess we will. Let me get rid of this guy here, and then we'll pop this crate open too. That's an Abomination right there. Did you see that Abomination actually even... Well, I guess I was in his view range, I suppose. Even though I was kind of like ducking, he still came at me like nothing. No, no. Enough of that. Enough of that. Take those legs off. That way you'll never chase anybody again. I mean, you're dead, so you won't chase anybody anyway, but still. So, I guess ultimately, is it possible for Jurassic Survival to be developed by Kefir as well? Yes, but very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. And the reason why I'm even talking about this is because, as I mentioned, it's a rumor. I read it in the comments for the last video. I've been reading it in the comments for Jurassic Survival videos. I've been reading it on the subreddit for Jurassic Survival and Last Day. It's something that a lot of people are talking about and claiming to be a possibility. Some people are just saying it's straight up Kefir. I don't think it's Kefir. Do you want my opinion? I don't think it is. But people, you know, when there's no update and there's really no big news that, you know, Kefir, they've shown us teasers here and there, but the fact that we haven't seen any new update or any new content in about a month, and during the time that we haven't seen any content, Jurassic Survival came up, it just basically aligned itself pretty good. Where there's nothing new, this new game came out that's basically the same, except it's different, you know, because dinosaurs, but it's also pretty well done. So it would take a good team to make that happen. And Kefir is a pretty decent team. We got to be honest about this, right? This is a really good game. This is a really fun game. It's not complete yet, but even in an incomplete state, there's a lot to do, and it's still very fun for us to play. I mean, we wouldn't be playing it non-stop if it wasn't fun to play. Now, some people have quit. Some people are mad about there's nothing new to do. Believe me, I'm the same way. I've told you guys the reason why there's not a lot of videos on this right now, on my channel at least, is because there's just nothing new for me to do. So, because of the timing of the release of Jurassic Survival and Last Day having no updates, you know, people start talking. And you know, us as humans, we have a tendency to in our minds get really creative, and, you know, I mean, it's kind of like when you see all those people talking about those crazy conspiracy theories, you know, like, oh, the government's spying on us by, you know, they're putting stuff in the water to control us and, like, see our personal details and stuff like that. Now, mind you, if you're a conspiracy theorist, I'm not making fun of you. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, I love reading about conspiracy theories. I don't necessarily believe in them, but I love reading about them because it's kind of like science fiction to me. Again, if you're a conspiracy theorist, that's cool, man. And believe me, if you're right about whatever conspiracy you believe in, and at some point in time it becomes true, like it comes to the public where it really was true, at least you'll be able to say, I told you guys all along. So everybody that made fun of you, you know, it'll be like humble pie for them because you were right the entire time. But anyway, I love reading about conspiracy theories because it's kind of like science fiction to me. Like, it's really crazy. Like, some people go really in depth. They give you like all these facts, or not facts, but they give you like all these like, I guess like, you know, I guess sort of facts, yeah, that kind of back up their claim. You know, like aliens or something, you know, Area 51, the lost footage or whatever, all the crazy stuff that you kind of read about. I love reading about conspiracy theories. So, again, the reason that we haven't seen an update and then Jurassic Survival came out, it just worked out so perfectly, where it's kind of like, well, obviously, there's no more last date updates, so it means that they stopped working on it meanwhile so they could work on Jurassic Survival. It's the same team, just a different name. We figured it out. And there's also one that I read that people are claiming that apparently somebody in the Kefir team sold the code. This one's a bit more crazier. I mean, it could be the case. I don't know. This one sounds really far-fetched to me, but it's kind of like funny in a really crazy, like, you know, James Bond spy type of way. But apparently, there's also a few people saying that somebody that works in Kefir sold the code to the Jurassic Survival team, and Kefir has not released an update right now because they're trying to figure out who sold the code. And they won't release an update until they figure out who sold the code. So if they release an update, Jurassic Survival also doesn't get the same code for whatever new features they're gonna probably add. You see how crazy that sounds, right? Am I right? Is it crazy? It sounds pretty crazy to me. Is it possible though? Man, maybe, but very, very unlikely. But, you know, again, it's a conspiracy theory. Or it's just a game theory. Well, I guess technically it would be a game theory because we're talking about a game here. But you know what I'm saying, right? It's just really funny. So, I just wanted to talk about that here today. Like, as I mentioned, I will be kind of unavailable during Thanksgiving weekend, so I'll try to see if there's an update during then, I'll try to get it out. But in case there is not, I wanted to have at least a video for you guys here. And even though we're kind of just farming, which is something I said I don't like to do this, I don't like to just farm, I don't like to record myself just farming over and over. At least the entire Jurassic Survival conspiracy with Kefir gave me some really cool things for us to talk about at the very least. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Some of you watching the video, I'm pretty sure, are some of the people who mentioned whether it's the same team or not. Oh, we broke that. I think we're out of time anyway. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let's just leave through here. So a lot of you guys watching are some of the people who probably even talked about or told me in the comments about them being the same team. So again, for you guys that left some of those comments, I don't think it's the same team at all. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, sure, but I don't think it's the same team. I think that Jurassic Survival took a little while to get up and running, so Kefir would have to known this game's gonna blow up, so let's start working on another game. Sell it under a different name with a different company. We get twice the revenue that way, etc., etc. So, do I believe it? No, but I wanted to talk about it because I've read so much about it, and I think it'd be kind of interesting to have a video about this. So, there you guys have it. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed it. This was just a little bit of farming here with some nonsense, little conspiracy talk in here, rumors and stuff like that. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you next time, and if you don't see a video for now, I'll try to get one out. At least on the update. Hopefully it's not on Thanksgiving. I hope it'll be before Thanksgiving so I could record it and not worry about it. If it happens during Thanksgiving break for me, I'll try to find some time to record it and get a video out for us for the update. I will catch you next time.